Hey guys, Scary Barry at you here. I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up or a little intro to this video you're about to watch. It started out as a great day, ended up not so great. It was kind of a bad day at the end, and so I want to kind of apologize in advance for some of the language I might have used. I was a little aggravated, a little agitated, but I'm going to post a video anyway. I think it may help some new pilots choosing some gear and how I feel about my Fresh Breeze. Again, it's just how I feel about it. Other people may fly a Fresh Breeze and have no issues, but I'm going to kind of go through some of the negatives that happened on this flight and the previous flights and how I feel about the Fresh Breeze. So I appreciate you watching the video, and let me know any thoughts you may have in the comments below. I appreciate it.
Hey guys, Scary Barry back at you. It's 2018. Today is actually Mother's Day, and if you can see right here, I got the machine all ready to go. Got fuel all the way up. Got everything set. And we're going to go outside and take a look at the weather here. Because I'm telling you, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have already flown this year a couple times. But they were short little flights and nothing spectacular. But you know what? I was in the air. So today, I'm going to try to get in the air. It's Mother's Day, like I said, 2018. Geez, you know, almost looks like it could rain off to the distance there a little bit. But man, it's nice out. The sun's up. Probably 70 degrees. Flags are it's a little windy. I'll let you take a look. Yeah, maybe a little windy right now, and my gosh, I know you can't see it, but off in the distance back out there, that's just black. The skies are just black. But off to the west towards the sun, man, it's just bright as can be. No complaints. But I'll tell you what, if it looks decent, I'm going to go up in the air. So all right, well, got kind of a crosswind here. The wind is definitely coming from the wrong direction today, so I might have a couple failed attempts if I know me. But you know what, let's think positive. Let's always think positive. Wish me luck.
Okay, so right here, as you can see, the wings coming up. Everything looks good. A little bit off to the side, but if you watch over my right shoulder, just below my helmet, you'll see in just a moment that string break. It'll just bust for no reason. Plonk, and it's gone. As you can see right now, it's broke, and nothing hit it. Nothing was pulling on it wrong. I heard the noise, and now I'm landing it to see what exactly I did wrong or what went wrong. So, as you can see, I'm about to find out.
Took that to the creek, boys. But I heard something pop, like a snap. I don't know what it was. What the actual is going on? Busted up my cage. I tell you, I've had it with Fresh Breeze. Fresh Breeze is junk. Anybody who's buying a Fresh Breeze, I've had more trouble with my Fresh Breeze. I spent more time fixing it than flying the motherfucker. Excuse my language. I boarded the takeoff, did the safe thing, and that goddamn cage, brand new cage, dude. I just paid $400 for it. $400 for a cage section. Right here. As you can see, it just freaking snaps. No reason. I'll do more investigating to see if something caused it. But you know what? Just not a well-built machine. Still leaks oil. Still sprays fuel all over the muffler. Never have figured that out. Replaced about everything I can. Still does not work. So a little word to the wise. If you're going to buy a new paramotor, or if you're looking into it, I've been flying this for 2 years. and I've worked on it more than I've flown it. So Just a little piece of advice. Go away from Fresh Breeze. Do not, I repeat, do not buy a Fresh Breeze unless you like to work on stuff instead of fly. Well, then by all means, get yourself one of these nice here fancy machines. Yay! Another night of no flying. Thanks to the wonderfully crafted, German-engineered Fresh Breeze piece of crap. I swear, if it's not running and stalling out in the air or leaking fuel all over the muffler, the cage is just snapping twine, just breaking. Got the muffler wrap coming off. Tried to RTV it. But yeah, it's started coming off. When we get back to the garage here, I'll do a quick look over, make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah. I'm so sick of this machine. Let's see. Let's try to figure out, since I got it, right? Went up to Ohio. Captain Kurt Pfister purchased the machine, put it together. Didn't get kiting harness. Didn't get any kind of foot launch stuff. None of that stuff. But you know what? We thought, that's cool. I'll probably never want to foot launch it. So all that stuff never got put on. Just didn't come with it. It was like, oh well, don't need it, I guess. You're too fat to foot launch, boy. We're going to put you in a cart. So I'll get this cart. So problem number one, all the parts don't even come in the box. Then the motor starts cutting out, leaking gas all over the exhaust. Still ain't got that fixed. I mean, try to get hold of somebody for that. Let's continue this here in a moment. I want to check this out. Are you kidding me? Now I can't even get out of my helmet. What's happening? Where am I? Right. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of lost my cool. I was a little upset. So what I'm going to do is I'll calm down a little bit, and I'm going to talk to you all just a little about why I was so frustrated with the Fresh Breeze, and maybe give you all some pointers about anybody looking to get into this or wanting to do it. Like I said, there's a certain degree of maintenance with anything you buy, especially a two-cycle engine like this, with a lawnmower engine with a fan on it. So, but I feel the Fresh Breeze is a little extreme with what I've had to do. So I'm going to just kind of calmly, now that I've calmed down some, I want to give you a kind of a rundown. I made a list of the things I've done, and these are just some of them. So I didn't tell you everything, but I've spent more time working on this Fresh Breeze monster than I've spent flying it. My tail tack down there tells me that since I put it on, I've had 11 hours flight time. Now I put it on after my training, so I had 2 weeks of training, and let's say a couple hours a day, doing that for 5 days, 10 days, so maybe 20 hours there. So maybe a total of 30, 35 hours in total I've had in this machine. I haven't even got past the first maintenance check, you know, where you change the belt and do some things like that yet. So I just want to give you an idea of some of the things that I've been through and why I'm so upset, why I'm so aggravated right now. Like I said, when I first started out, I went up to Ohio, Kurt Pfister, and I bought this machine from him. Training was free, and I think the thing I should have known from the start was I didn't get all my parts. The parts came in, and I didn't have a kiting harness, I didn't have a seat, I didn't have any of the harness stuff that comes with it. But I was kind of led to believe, and remember, I'm new. I was led to believe that wasn't necessary. I didn't need it. I'm never going to foot launch, right? If I'm not going to foot launch, I don't need it. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll go along with it. So I never did get any of that. Never came in and never got it mailed to me, nothing like that. We hooked it up on the cart, and it's been that way ever since. So I was a little bit upset about that, but I can't even practice kiting. I can't hook up out here and strap in and practice my kiting. I can't do any of that stuff. So that was the first thing. I should have known then. And you know, I did my training and I got home and I noticed there was black gunk coming out of the exhaust where the exhaust bolts in. I'll see if I can show you here. It's probably there right now. See if I can get in here good enough so you can see it. But right there where that bolts in, it just leaks. And I've replaced this. I've replaced the gasket, tightened the bolts again. I've checked them. I've done everything I know how to do, but it still leaks. It leaks all down the side of the motor. It's been that way since day one. Also, since day one, if you look right here, right where the carb fastens to the snorkel, the intake, right here, it has. You can probably get it. You can probably see it. It leaks out of here. It leaks out of there really, really bad. And it gets all along this. All along the exhaust. I don't know how well that's showing up on the GoPro, but it leaks all along there. And it's done that since day one as well. I noticed when I got home I was using a lot of fuel. And I thought, why is it using so much fuel? And I noticed it was just dumping fuel all over that exhaust. And I thought, well, that can't be good. So I called everybody I could think of. I tried Fresh Breeze, sending emails. I called Kurt. I called a number Kurt gave me to call. That guy gave me a number, and nobody can help me. Nobody can figure it out. So why fuel was being dumped out of the air intake, I never could figure it out. Somebody says, well, you need a new carb. I've had this thing 3 weeks, you know. So I ordered a new carb, $400. Comes in, didn't fix the issue, doing the same thing. Didn't fix anything. So another guy tells me on a help forum online, hey, your reed valves are bad. All right, so I order reed valves, excuse me. Reed valves show up and they're set incorrectly. I didn't know, you know, there's nobody to help me with this. So I take off. I'm flying. Not enough power to even get me up off the ground. Ends up rolling the trike because there wasn't any power. The reed valves were adjusted incorrectly. I found out later. So I ended up adjusting those. Had plenty of power after I did that, but it caused a rollover. All right, and it was probably being a new pilot. I didn't know how to compensate for it. It rolled me over before I even knew it. So, but it busted when I rolled over. It busted this cage part right here. Okay, the cage part that's busted now, busted then. I didn't give it much thought because hey, I rolled it over, right? So I just got this new part in here, and it was $350. It weighs maybe a pound, if even that. It cost me $50 to ship it here. I thought, you gotta be kidding me, man. It doesn't weigh nothing, right? So anyway, it's a done deal. Stuff's not cheap on a paramotor. I get it. Shows up, I install it, and it snaps tonight. I can't find any reason for that netting to have snapped. There's none. It just gave way. I'm just about to lift off, and I hear a snap. I thought, well, that's not normal, so I landed it. And that netting literally just broke. There's no reason. I don't understand why. So I was a little upset. I just spent over $400 on this thing, and it didn't even get me in the air. So another thing, let me go through my list. I made a list because I knew I'd forget stuff. But yeah, we talked about the leak on the exhaust and the fuel leak on the intake. So, and also when I got home, I have a hole out here in my yard that I hit with the front tire. Bent that front fork. Let me show you the front fork here real quick, okay? On the trike. It's not built as well as they say it is. This right here. Well, that probably wasn't good. But anyways, this right here, this little bracket, this piece, that got bent. It bent when I hit that pothole. Hey, my fault, right? I hit the pothole in the yard, bent the frame. That's another $300. It's 200 and something plus shipping to get it here, and it didn't even come with a wheel. That's not including the wheel. That's just the little A-frame fork. So there's another bunch of money I put in. So far I've got new gaskets, new carburetor. I got a new A-frame for the up there, and now I've got a new cage part I got to order. And I haven't flown it 20 and 30 hours. So I was down last year trying to figure out that carb problem most of the summer. Most of the summer, it was either too much fuel, found out the plug, not enough fuel, it was running lean, or not enough power. I didn't have enough power to climb. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll see I had a full power. It wasn't going anywhere. I couldn't climb. Couldn't go anywhere. Had to land it, readjust it, take off. Wasn't enough. Had to land it, readjust. It just kept going on and on. So anyway, there's that. Let's go to the next one. This one is really interesting. There's a part here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it to you real well, but there's a section on here. I'm going to point at it right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that right there is where the trike hooks into the actual cage. Okay, it hooks into this part right here. It snapped. The actual frame broke in half on the Fresh Breeze frame. Busted in half. Right where the motor pushes against the frame of the trike, it snapped that piece on the frame. There's no fixing it. There was no. I could buy a whole new part, another $800 or whatever it was. So I had to fabricate. I fabricated the parts, put it in there. It's nice and straight. The trike hooks up to it. It worked out. But the fact is, it snapped. I had to fix it, right? I had to fix it. That's pretty major. That's the actual frame of the Fresh Breeze motor frame, where it connects to the trike, right? That's pretty important. But yeah, it snapped. Had to fab a part to get it in there. And like I said, the reed valves were bad, so I'm back and forth trying to adjust that and adjust that. And I finally got it so I can fly, get max RPMs out of it. I can fly it. But this fuel leak is still there. It has never been fixed. Never was able to figure it out. It still drips fuel all across the muffler, all down on the back of the exhaust pipe, and all over the frame itself. When I pull up, there's fuel on the ground a lot of times. I've changed everything I could think of in it. I have no idea what it was. So yeah, what else I got here? You know what, I'm still so frustrated. I'm not even going to read the rest of this list to you. I think you get the idea. Fresh Breeze, manufactured in Germany, my experience, 30 hours flight time. Piece of junk. It's crap, and I'm upset because this is going to be another summer that I'm working on this, that I'm not in the air. I'm not flying. A little bit of it I expect, but the whole day? No, absolutely not. The whole summer? No, I'm tired of it. I did it last year. I worked on it when my buddies were up flying. I'm down here working on this piece of crap. And it's time for a new motor, and I just don't know what to get. I'm a big guy. I need a trike. I don't want a foot launch. I'm going to start looking. But all I can say is anybody new that wants to get into paramotoring, Fresh Breeze sounds amazing, and it does have a lot of power. It does has good power. It really does. But my experience, and only my experience, it is not a reliable machine. It just isn't. There's too many little things that keep going wrong with it, and I don't recommend buying a Fresh Breeze. I just don't. I watch Tucker Gott, I watch Woody, I watch several of these other guys out there, and they have maintenance issues. They do. But the air conception, the warranty is amazing. You know, every time I hear they have an issue, these guys send them new parts out, tell them how to fix it. There's somebody to talk to. I haven't been able to get anybody to talk to me about this Fresh Breeze that can help me with my issues. Nobody. So, buy a Fresh Breeze? Absolutely not. Will I buy another one? No. I love the power, but it doesn't run. When it's running, it runs. But when it doesn't, I don't fly. And I spend more time not flying than flying with the Fresh Breeze. So I hope this helps, and I hope I didn't ramble on, and I apologize for the language earlier. I was just so frustrated. This is the third season now that I've had nothing but trouble, that I can't get in the air, and I watch my buddies do it, around me. So it's time for a new motor. It's time to do something different. Anybody wants a Fresh Breeze cheap, give me a call. Contact me below. But you really don't want it, I'm telling you. Recommendations, don't buy it. Anyway, a rather disgusted and upset Scary Barry. I'm going to let you go for now, but I appreciate you listening to me ramble, and I hope I helped somebody out. So until next time, hopefully in the air with a new machine, Scary Barry.